Hello guys, I'm Daps. Welcome to dapsdiary. I'm glad you're able to watch my video again, and I'm glad to always be here for you too. But if you're watching my video for the first time, it's not much of a big deal. I just feel you're just stumbling on my video for the first time. You could just visit my channel. I've got more videos for you. Just subscribe. It will make you get to see more videos from me. It's pretty cool, huh? Okay, today I want to be sharing with you something that I believe every human go through on a daily basis. It is something called pressure, and I have always known that pressure is very important in our lives. I would explain what I mean by that. Pressure is something that we have to put in its proper place if we want to go far in life, if we want to accomplish a lot, especially productivity. Personally, I have always seen productivity attached to pressure. I've never seen pressure independent of itself. I've seen pressure as a conduit to productivity. I believe solely so much that if you are able to handle pressure, it means you are becoming more productive. If you are able to deal so much with all the pressure life throws at you, it means you are becoming more productive in your life. And it's the same thing in your workplace, in every ramifications of your life. If you are able to handle the pressure that comes with it, it means you are becoming more better. So what I am simply telling you today is that if you want to be more productive, what you'll be saying is that you want more pressure. If you have made up your mind to be more productive, you have just told yourself that you want some pressure. First things first, when the idea of pressure came to my mind, and before I shoot this video, I just told myself, Google how to handle pressure. And I did that. I saw loads of tips on how to handle pressure. People said so many things, so many articles there. One that really stood out for me was that somebody said that you should focus more on the process and not the result. Yes, it's all about the process. The process is what makes everything. The process is what makes the productivity, not just the result. But talking about process, I want to focus more on the part of the process that seems to be more difficult, and that is when the whole world expects you to deliver. Personally, I think the height of pressure is when there is an expectation. That's where pressure gets to its limit, it gets to its peak, where people just expect you to deliver. People just want you to do that thing. They just want you to prove yourself worthy. They just want you, and you are man in pressure. Every man is designed to go through this process of pressure, and nothing more has given me pressure than closing my eyes and believing that I can translate those things as seen when I close my eyes into reality. It just simply talks more of my dreams, my life aspirations, my desires, and those things I really want out of life. Those things I really desire that someday they'll become a reality about my life. And I think that's the reason why I'm here today. That's the reason why I'm doing this video today. It's part of those things I've always wanted to. That's just influence people. That's just help people grow, help people discover, help people be more productive. Okay, before I divert, let me come back to pressure and productivity. I grew up knowing myself that I'm not good with figures. I'm not scientific. And the business I studied in school was more scientific because we needed to learn the science of business, not just the art of business. We have to understand the nitty-gritty, and that's what makes us a professional. So we're told. I think they are right anyway. But my pressure came because I am not good. I'm not scientific at all. It's a problem for me. I can't handle figures. It becomes hard for me to go through those courses. Trust me, guys, they were a great moment of pressure and perplexities for me. I wasn't going to give people very tangible reasons why I should fail because I'm not really good with mathematics and the likes. I made up my mind I was going to put in extra effort to see that I pass my exams. But those moments of preparation is not where the pressure really comes. The pressure really comes for me when it is time to write the exam. I've studied a whole semester for a particular course. Just that 1 hour moment of exam is where the pressure where I've studied 5 textbooks on a particular course, and I have just 1 hour and perhaps maybe 3 or 4 questions to answer to prove to my lecturer, to prove to my professor that I know this course and I'm deserving to pass it. Wow, big pressure for me. I struggled so much with those times. These were my reasons. How can I translate the fact that I had like a whole semester to learn a course? I had like 5 textbooks to read. Perhaps those textbooks were not any less 200 pages, but I have 1 hour to prove to the whole school that I deserve to pass this course. I just have like 3 questions to answer to prove that I deserve to pass.
Last year we had the previous Olympics game, and I was privileged to watch a few. It's a moment to just relax, one of those times, and I saw these athletes trying to fight for their place in stardom. They just want to show the world and prove the world that they have done well enough to earn a medal. I was actually privileged to watch some of the games. I saw the football, I saw the long jump, the tennis, the couple of games, and something stood out for me when I was watching these guys, talented young guys, male, female, and I just asked myself, how are these guys coping with the pressure? Because I have been privy to some couple of pressure in life, so I understand the magnitude of pressure and how much pressure you go through when the world just expects you to deliver. It's a big deal, and I know how they handle that time is what leads to their productivity. How they handle these few moments to prove the world right or wrong is what distinguishes between the champions and the failures.
Yeah, my number 1 tip for you to turn pressure into productivity is this: face your fears. I would like to advise you never to back up at every opportunity that life has thrown at you, never to back up at those moments of pressure, but learn at every time to face your fears. Face your fears, battle it, conquer it, face it headlong, and tell yourself you are better. Personally, from my own observation, I believe that most people fail to win or to perform in the Olympics or in life generally, not necessarily because they have not trained or they have not prepared themselves for those moments. It's just because they are not able to gather the strength to convert that moment of pressure into productivity, especially at that time where the whole world expects you to just lead it. Okay, so now I would advise you that you should embrace the pressure. I don't know what that thing is, that thing that has been an issue for you. You've always wanted to do, the whole world have been expecting you to deliver. Perhaps you're supposed to get the promotion at your workplace, you're supposed to start a business. I'll tell you that you should embrace that pressure. Secondly, believe in your training. You've been trained, you've prepared, you worked hard for this. I know that moment can be so difficult, and you choose to believe what you have trained yourself for over the time. I want to tell you, please believe in your training. And thirdly, do your best, do your best, do your best, and leave the rest. This will help you a great deal. If I would give another tip on how to turn pressure into productivity, it would be nothing more than for you to be ready to fail. Be ready to fail. You have to be ready to fail. Personally, I feel awkward when I say this because I've had to say this for a couple of times now, but this is one thing I have been taught and I've learned about failure. You see, you never plan You should never plan to fail. But at the same time, you must be ready when failure comes, because failure should not be an option, but failure is a possibility. It is possible despite the fact that you've worked hard, you've done all you should, you've given it your best. It's still possible. There is a possibility that you fail. Trust me, the worst that can happen to any man is for him to fail unprepared for. That failure you are not prepared for always end up being fatal. The only time you can use failure to productivity is when you have made up your mind and you are well ready to fail. Here's the thin line. I'm not telling you to plan to fail. I'm just telling you to get ready. Prepare your mind to fail. I'll give you a practical example. Far back when I was still in school, when I was in the university, this is what I tell myself anytime I want to write an exam. That moment I need to show myself worthy to pass an exam. I just tell myself this: what's the worst that can happen? The worst that will happen is for me to fail this course, and if I fail this course, I'm going to write it again. Even if I fail it again, I'm still going to write it again until I pass it. You know what that thing does to me? In the sincerity of it, what it does to me is that it makes me free like a bird, free for me to express myself. After all, the worst that's going to happen is for me to fail. And if I fail, I still can write it again. If I fail, I still can get over it and still write it again. So it makes me free. It makes me free to express myself, for me to write the exam knowing that I have prepared well and I'm deserving to pass. Even if I don't pass, the worst that's going to happen is for me to write again. So and one thing I realized is that feeling gives you the enablement for you to express yourself at that moment of pressure. It reduces the pressure, it absorbs the pressure, and it turns that pressure into productivity. And trust me, for every time I had to tell myself what's the worst that would happen, I don't fail those courses. For every time I get in that mood and I feel free, I have let go of all the pressure and I've been able to compress them, they turn into productivity. So that's why you must always be ready to fail, even if you don't plan to fail. Trust me, in my heart of heart, I never wanted to fail any of my courses. But I get to that point where I told myself failure is a possibility. So I'm ready to fail. Even if I fail, I'm going to have to write it again. And finally, I'll give you the last tip for this video for you to turn pressure into productivity, is that you must know what works for you, and you must be able to engage what works for you. And that's the thing. What works for me may be different from what works for you. You have to get to that point where you identify that thing that works for you. You have to pick your area of strength and you have to ignore your weakness. This will help you bottle up that pressure and convert it into productivity. I believe most of us saw Bolt in the Olympics where he was disqualified twice. Twice he was disqualified because he had issues with trying to balance his movement and the timing. He had great problems with that. For every time he tries to meet up with the timing to take off, he missed the mark and he was disqualified. And Usain Bolt had to get to a point where he had to major on his strength. He couldn't handle the pressure of knowing exactly when to start the race. So simply for him to put himself in that bottle of pressure, he had to do what works for him. And if you've watched him run lately in the previous Olympics, you would have seen that he doesn't start when others start. He gives his opponent few seconds for them to go ahead of him before he starts, because he's been able to identify his strength with his ability to move fast. Then if he can move fast, then why worry himself? Why get himself disqualified just because he's trying to bottle the pressure of making up early to make the race? Now for Usain Bolt, the idea is not for him to start first. The idea is for him to finish first. He's been able to identify his strength. His strength is his ability to run fast. And he has come to that point where he specializes on that strength. Focusing on that over time has helped him to convert those pressure into productivity. So you must be able to identify what exactly works for you. Guys, I have to say this to you before I end this video, that pressure can be turned into productivity. At every time that life throws that pressure at you, at every time where things around you put you in that place, in that moment, in that point of perplexity, you just have to learn to know how to always convert those pressures into productivity.